Hey guys, welcome to day 3. Today we're going to talk about rank versus volume and some things that you need to do to increase your volume. The more volume that you have in your organization, the bigger the paycheck. So this is where our training gets super fun for me. We're going to spend the next several days talking about how you can increase your paycheck exactly. So when it comes to rank versus volume, I want you to understand that there's no guarantee that your rank and your volume are going to increase on a parallel line, okay? Just because you're a certain rank does not mean you're going to make the income. I was a 5-star diamond. I became a 5-star diamond in 2011, the very end in December, and I looked up what my volume was. I wanted to achieve that rank because I wanted some certain, I don't know. I wanted to have that rank. I wanted to have that recognition. And the paycheck really didn't bother me as much because in my eyes, I was making a pretty good living as a stay-at-home mom. So I looked at my volume. My volume on average on my strong side was around 24,000. My weak side volume was only 4,000 on average, which only gave me a $720 paycheck. Plus, that was my team cycle bonus on my paycheck, plus whatever commissions I had. But I'm not a huge person that gets a lot of commission money. That's just not my focus. So, $720. This morning I shared with you what my volume is as of today and what my minimum paycheck, which was $3,900. So in 1 year, I've learned to grow my volume and not give 2 cents about what my rank is. Okay? I know plenty of star diamond coaches that have that rank, but their income isn't there. In fact, there's a 1-star diamond in my organization who consistently, her team cycle bonus portion of her paycheck is $36. She typically on average has 2 cycles per paycheck, and that's it. Her volume or her commissions aren't that much either. She's a 1-star diamond. She can say, "Wow, I did it. I achieved 1-star diamond status." But boy, she's not getting paid what she's worth. I know some 2-star diamonds that aren't even making $500 a week. As a 2-star diamond, you should be making between $1,000 and $2,000. So it's very, very important for you to be a strong star diamond. And by doing that, you train your team and you help them grow. That is the secret to success. Just like as a coach, the more people that you help get healthier and more fit, the more success you have. The same thing when it comes to growing your paycheck. The more coaches that you help in your organization build their business, the more your paycheck grows. That is the beauty of being in a multi-level marketing business. Okay? So, I'm going to throw this in here. Do not drop rank. Don't do it. Once you achieve a certain rank, I want you to work really, really hard so that you don't lose that rank. Because there will be a time that if you do, you're going to lose a lot of money. There was a coach actually several coaches on my team that I've had to remind over and over and over again, don't lose rank. You're going to lose $200 and some odd dollars. You're going to lose $400 this week. One of my coaches, it just slipped her mind and she didn't check her back office and she lost almost $1,000 in 1 week. Because she went from Star Diamond down to an Emerald coach. One of the things that I want you guys to do as far as your homework is I want you to go look into your back office under forms and documents. You're going to look for the different ranks, what it means to be at that rank, like what are the qualifications, how many PV points you have to have in a 5-week period, because it changes. It's not just 50. How many coaches you have to have that are active. As a diamond coach, you obviously know you have to have 4 and 4 and then 2 emeralds. But as a star diamond, did you know that you have, as for me, I have to have 20 active coaches or I lose my 5-star diamond status. I have to have 200 or more personal volume points in a 5-week period, or I lose my status. Okay, so it has nothing to do with emeralds and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole lot more to go to it. So I want you to go look at that. I want you to look at what maybe the average pay is. Look at some of the benefits you get from being a Star Diamond. Very, very cool. Quarterly bonuses. Just find out everything you can. Draw the diagram of the Star Diamond that you're going to try to achieve first, okay? And just know what it is you're working for. That's what a true CEO does. They know their business inside and out. Now, as an Emerald coach, you max out. Well, you max out at each rank. But let me just tell you the difference of going from an Emerald to a Diamond, or an Emerald to a Ruby for that matter. And this is where rank becomes really important. As an Emerald coach, the most you can make, and I don't care how many volume points you have on each side. I don't care if you've got 400,000 and 200,000. If you're only an Emerald coach, the most you will make is $250. You have a max, you have a cap. As a Ruby, you can make $1,000. That's your cap. So that's a big jump going from Emerald to Ruby. And as a Diamond, it's $2,000. So, again, big jump on the amount of money that you can make. And that's where rank becomes important. Okay? So do not drop rank, because you can lose a lot of money if you do that. So we're going to talk a little bit about Team Cycle and how you build volume. I wanted to know who really understood what Team Cycle means and how you calculate it. Every single week, I know at any given time how much my paycheck is. That's about to be my family's livelihood, so darn right I'm going to know how much I'm making. And I also know how much the Team Cycle on my coaches. I know what they are making. I don't know what their commissions are, but I know what their Team Cycle is. So your goal, I'm a very visual learner, so I wrote all this out for you. Your goal is to have one side double the other so that you can maximize your volume, okay? That is your goal. One side here, the other side exactly half. And it doesn't matter which side it is, as long as one's double. So I'm going to give you 3 scenarios here from different volume points, okay? This was actually Jill's that she shared with us in our group. She said on her left side, she had 1,160 volume points. That means there's that many coaches doing something to create that much volume. On this side, obviously her weak side, which she realized that, she has 180 volume points. Now remember, your goal is to have one side half of the other. Why? Because when you calculate Team Cycle bonus, you are going to divide 200 into your largest amount. So the largest side, divide 200 in, and that's going to give you a number. Then you're going to go to the other side and you're going to divide 100 into your smaller side. And if your smaller side is half of the larger side, then you're going to maximize your volume by getting that many cycles. Okay? So, because 180 is not even close to 1,160, this is the most amount of cycles that she can make, which is roughly 2 cycles. Now, anytime volume is over 50, like if it's 165, I typically round up. It doesn't always work that way, but usually there's going to be some kind of rollover, especially if it's like 180, 190, I go ahead and bump that sucker up to 200 to give me 2 full cycles. Okay? So, as an Emerald coach with 2 cycles, she's going to make $28. As a Diamond coach, she's going to make $36. So there's really not a whole lot of difference there. As an Emerald coach, you make $14 per cycle. As a Ruby coach, you make $16 per cycle. And as a Diamond or Star Diamond, you make $18 per cycle. Not a lot of difference when there's only just a couple of cycles, okay? So let's look at my husband's. This is my husband's volume. So huge Big old strong side right there. 21,400. On the other side, he only has 450. So once again, 450 is not even close to that 21,000. It's not even half. Okay? So the most amount of cycles that he can have is 4. So again, 450, I'm going to go ahead and round down because I'm not sure if he has enough rollover volume. None of us really know. That doesn't really concern me, so I'm not even going to talk about it this week. So I'm going to round down, so that's about 4 cycles that he's going to make. So he's only an Emerald Coach, so 4 times 14 is $56. Okay? So that's $56 of his paycheck. Now, here's another coach in my organization, somebody on my team. And I wanted to show you what happens when it's, there's not that big difference or it's not half. So 2,445 on one side, 3,165 on the other. Obviously, this one is a lot more than half of what that one would be. So we're going to go ahead and assume that half of this number is roughly 1,600 because that's almost 3,200, right? So half of that is 1,600, which gives you 16 cycles. Well, 16, that's a lot more than 1,600, right? So because that's more, you cannot go more than whatever is half of this. So the max amount of cycles that she can have right now is 16. All this other excess, that's going to roll over and go into rollover points where you can pull from at a later date. 16 cycles. Now let me show you where rank starts to make a difference. When you start getting up into this many cycles, as an Emerald Coach, 16 times 14, $14 per cycle is $224. As a Diamond Coach, 16 times $18 per cycle is $288. So that's a little bit more than $60 difference from being an Emerald to a Diamond. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. Most of you guys had said that you would love to make $1,000 a week. Several of you said, I want to make more than that. I want to make $2,000, $3,000 a week. Awesome. You're going to do that. But for now, our goal is to get you to $1,000. I want you to reach that national average of, household income. You're going to do it a couple hours a day, comfort of your own home, in your jammies if you want, on your own time. $1,000 a week. Very, very doable. Very easily doable. So, to make $1,000 a week, you need to incorporate your team cycle, your commissions that you sell that week, as well as the 10% little bonus that you make off of any personally sponsored coach that is Emerald or higher. Okay? That ranges, and you really never know what that number is going to be. Team cycle bonus. To get you as close to that $1,000 as you can, and this is a pretty easy number to remember, I'm going to give you a goal. You need to make $900, which means your goal, one of your sides, needs to be 5,000 volume points. The other side needs to be 10,000 volume points or more. What's important is that at least this is 5,000 and at least this is 10,000. When you divide, that's your smaller sides, you're going to divide 100 into that. That's going to give you 50 cycles. Okay? 50 times 18 is 900. So there's your goal. I'm going to tell you how to do that. Let me show you the difference between a diamond and a ruby. There's just $2 difference per cycle, but it adds up. 15 times 18. 50 times 18 is $900 as a diamond. As a ruby, you get $16 per cycle. 50 times 16 is $800. So there is $100 difference between a ruby and a diamond with only $2 difference per cycle. It starts adding up, okay? So, once again, as an Emerald Coach, the max you can make per team cycle bonus is $250, which means That's 17 cycles. 1,700 on one side, 3,400 on the other. We'll give you 17 cycles. 17 times 14 is a little bit under 250. Get up, get up, get up. You don't want to lose rank. All right? So, what I want you to do this week, today, I want you to watch a YouTube video, Michael Neiman, explaining Team Cycle Bonus. He's kind of funny. You might have already seen it, but hopefully you start to understand it the more you get involved with this. I want you to look up rank and information in the forms and documents section. I want you to know everything there is to know about what a diamond coach means, what a 1-star, 2-star, let's even go to 3-star. All right? And then I want you to look into your organization and find coaches that you can help. Don't just stop at your personally sponsored. I want you to go into your genealogy. If you don't know where that is, look for it. Go into your genealogy, look down, find out who you can help. Remember, the more people you help build their business, the bigger your paycheck becomes. You are the leader. You need to take initiative. How can you do that? You can message these people, ask what their goals are, share with them that if they want, you can help them build their business. Okay? You can invite them to join your challenge group. I don't care if they're on your team or not. They're still in your organization and they still affect your paycheck. Ask them to join your challenge group, to invite 1 or 2 people. You show them how to maybe invite to sell a challenge pack, how to follow up. All these things, the more these coaches in your organization sell, the more your volume is, the more your paycheck is. You can also start a new Coach Basics or a new Coach in Entrepreneurship and invite anybody in your organization to join that's not an Emerald coach. You spend 30 or 60 days training them to get them to become an Emerald coach. The more Emeralds you have, the stronger your organization, the bigger the paycheck. All right? So, any questions, reach out to me. I'm here for you. This is where it's fun, but it can get confusing. So if you need me to explain something a little bit better, I'll be more than happy to. You can also reach out to your coach as well, because we're here for you. All right, guys, have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you grow.